I haven't really seen anything like it before.
This is one of a kind.
I've never seen any player like Zion.
We haven't seen a player like him.
I've never seen anything like him on a basketball.
On any given night, Zion Williamson can do something crazy that makes the fans jump out of their seat. It may be a dunk that looks like he could break the rim, or a drive where defenders fly off him like they're too small, or a stretch of scoring that changes the whole game in minutes. At just 25, Zion has already built a reputation as the NBA's ultimate highlight, part powerhouse, part showman, and pure entertainment. But how did he get here? What turned this internet-famous teen into basketball's most unstoppable star? Stay with us, hit that like and subscribe for more updates, and let's break it down. Zion Williamson didn't just walk into basketball, he exploded into it, standing 6 feet 6 inches and weighing 284 pounds. He isn't built like your typical forward. He's heavier than most centers, yet quicker than many guards. The crazy part? His vertical leap measures around 45 inches, putting him in rare air with dunk contest legends. Combine that size with speed, and you get a player who looks more like an NFL linebacker, but moves like a point guard. From the jump, this physical package made him impossible to ignore. In high school, he was already throwing down dunks that blew up social media. At Duke, he became a highlight machine, not just scoring, but doing it with power that broke through defenders' chests. His unique body type wasn't supposed to exist in basketball's modern, three-point, obsessed world. But Zion made it work by redefining what dominance looks like. When he hit the NBA in 2019, defenses weren't just preparing for another rookie. They were bracing for someone who played the game like a bulldozer with turbo boosters. And that raw, freakish build was just the foundation. What came next was how he turned it into a style nobody could match. When you watch Zion, the first thing that jumps out is his ability to finish plays that no one else should. He bullies defenders with pure force, yet he's got the footwork of a guard. His bread and butter? Attacking the rim. In his rookie year, he averaged 22.5 points per game while shooting 58% from the field. Numbers most players only dream of, let alone at age 19. But it's not just about numbers. It's how he gets them. Zion has a knack for catching lobs in midair and somehow contorting his body to finish. He's also lethal in transition. Once he's sprinting downhill, defenders might as well clear out. By his second season, he bumped his scoring up to 27 points a night, while still shooting a ridiculous 61%, a mark usually reserved for big men dunking under the rim. Except Zion was doing it off the dribble, on drives, and over anyone brave enough to jump with him. He's the rare player who every possession feels like it could end up on SportsCenter. His energy, quick second jumps, and sheer explosiveness make him the NBA's walking highlight reel. But highlight plays don't mean much without production, and Zion's numbers back up the spectacle with hard proof of dominance. Let's forget the eye test. Zion's stats scream superstar. Over his first 4 seasons, even with injuries, he averaged 25.8 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 3.6 assists while hitting over 60% from the floor. For context, only legends like Shaquille O'Neal lived in that efficiency range. And Shaq wasn't bringing the ball up or creating plays off the dribble. One stat that really shows his uniqueness. In the 2020-21 season, Zion scored 20 or more points in 25 straight games. That put him in company with prime LeBron James and Kevin Durant. And he wasn't just padding stats. He was doing it on historically efficient shooting, proving defenders simply couldn't stop him around the rim. Even when the Pelicans faced tough stretches, Zion remained the steady producer. His scoring wasn't empty. It put his team in games they had no business competing in. And when he was on the floor, the Pelicans' offense transformed from average to elite. The numbers confirm what the highlights show. Zion isn't just flashy. He's effective, efficient, and unstoppable when healthy. But Zion's game isn't flawless. His strengths shine brightest because his weaknesses stand out just as much. Zion's greatest weapon is obvious: finishing at the rim. His ability to convert through contact is unmatched. His career shooting inside the paint hovers around 70%, rivaling peak Shaq. Add in his second jump explosion, and he's nearly impossible to box out. On top of that, he's shown flashes of being a playmaker, averaging over 4 assists per game in 2022 to 2023, proving he can pass out of doubles and keep teammates involved. But there are cracks in the armor. Defensively, he's inconsistent. While he's capable of highlight blocks, lapses in rotations and effort sometimes leave the Pelicans scrambling. His shooting is another question mark. He's hovered below 35% from three and often avoids pulling up outside the paint. And of course, the biggest issue, availability. Zion has played just over 55% of possible games since entering the league, with foot and hamstring injuries slowing his rise. When he's on the court, he's elite. When he's off, fans are left wondering what could be. The tension between his unstoppable highlights and his health concerns defines the Zion experience so far, and it makes his flashes of dominance even more electric, especially in those must-watch moments that put him on the map. Zion isn't just a highlight reel in empty gyms. He's delivered under the big lights. His NBA debut in 2020 was pure box office. After a quiet start, he erupted for 17 points in a span of 3 minutes.
Gets it back. Zion for 4. Welcome to the NBA!
Draining 4 straight threes and sending the crowd into chaos. It was a reminder that when Zion flips the switch, nobody can keep up. In 2021, he made his first All-Star game, becoming the 4th youngest All-Star starter ever. That season, he tore through defenses, scoring at least 30 points 15 times while bullying even the league's best big men. Fast forward to 2023, and despite nagging injuries, he put up a career-high 43 points against the Timberwolves, closing the game with 14 straight for New Orleans. That wasn't just scoring, it was domination with the game on the line. Zion's ability to rise in clutch moments has solidified him as more than a social media sensation. He's proven he can be the centerpiece in real, high-pressure games. Which brings us to the ultimate question: where does Zion go from here? And what's next for basketball's human highlight machine? Zion's future is both thrilling and uncertain. On one hand, he's just 25 years old, already a 2-time All-Star, and owns career averages that match some of the greatest young players in NBA history. On the other hand, his availability has held him back from being in the MVP conversation year after year. If Zion stays healthy, the Pelicans have the foundation of a true contender. With Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum alongside him, New Orleans has the pieces to make deep playoff runs. The key is consistency. Fans and analysts alike know the league is different when Zion is active. He can shift the balance of power in the West to become the next face of the NBA highlight era. But it's not just about team success. Zion's individual ceiling is scary. He could very well average 30 points on 60% shooting and redefine what dominance looks like in today's pace and space league. The only thing standing in his way is health. So the stage is set. Will Zion stay on the floor long enough to turn his highlights into a Hall of Fame legacy? Zion Williamson is more than just a star. He's a force of nature. He's the type of player who makes defenses adjust, draws crowds, and inspires his team. His rare mix of size, speed, and strength lets him pull off unbelievable plays regularly. The big question now is how far he can go, both for his own career and for the Pelicans. Can he stay on the court enough to turn amazing moments into a lasting legacy? Can he help make New Orleans a true championship threat every season? Let us know what you think. Drop a like and subscribe for more NBA content. See you in the next video.